Well, you just saw that intro video from a very handsome guy. I'm not sure who that was, but let's get right to it. To paraphrase an old commercial, you've come a long way, baby. I want to give you a virtual high fives. You are awesome. You know, in just 6 weeks, you went from complete newbie at this business, not understanding this business model, to now, today, understanding more about this business than 99% of other Amazon sellers out there. You know how to make an excellent living in this business now. It's amazing. So you've done a great job, but your journey isn't over yet. It's frankly just getting started, and I'm super excited to see your progress. So the final module here is all about ranking your Amazon product, and secondarily, then getting to cash flow positive as fast and efficiently as humanly possible. That's what we're going to tackle in this module. Now, you might remember this graphic from several modules ago. We call this the 3 legs of the search, find, buy stool. And what I like to tell students is that no matter how much complexity there appears to be at any moment in time in this business, sometimes you feel like you're juggling a ball, playing the piano, and playing tennis all at the same time, right? You're wearing so many different hats. No matter how overwhelmed you feel, you can always look at this, take a deep breath, and go, okay, where am I in this simple image? Am I in the pick stage? Am I in the launching stage? Am I in the ranking stage? We can really chunk down every single thing in the search, find, buy course into this graphic, okay? So I taught you how to pick using pigs and hops. Then in the last module, I taught you how to launch, and now we're going to get into the ranking part, okay? So let's talk about why ranking on Amazon is vital. I mean, why is it so important in my opinion, and why do I obsess over it, and why have I obsessed over getting my products ranked and as visible as humanly possible so that people that are shopping on Amazon discover my product? Well, here's why. Ranking for a large set or diversity of keywords is the 80-20 within the 80-20. That's how important it is. It's the ultimate 80-20 of this business. You see, you can have the greatest product, the greatest listing, the best images in the history of mankind, but if you're ranked on page 300, no one's ever going to see it to even buy it. Are you with me? So ranking an Amazon product and getting that sucker to cash flow positive as fast as possible, that's going to be our focus in this final module that you have with me. Now, the good news for you is that this is the master skill that I become famous for in our industry, ranking. Well, a fair question is, does Ben know anything about ranking? I mean, is he legit or is he just talking hypothetical? Well, I'll let you judge for yourself. This is my product ranked #1 on Amazon in all of beauty. You can see right there. It's under Amazon bestsellers, #1. Not on a subcategory of a subcategory of a subcategory. I get bragging rights for the #1 in all of beauty product, and we also appeared in the movers and shakers in the #1 slot there. And on that same day, I had sales of $16,546. Not a bad day at the office, would you agree? And you can see we were #1 in beauty, #1 in beauty for a subcategory, #1 in beauty for another subcategory, all using my methods. And we moved 592 units that day, okay? Not too long ago, I also simultaneously launched 3 new Amazon products. Within 7 days, all 3 of them had #1 bestseller badges, and we'd cracked the top 100 in beauty for all 3 products. Again, you know, the top 100 means the top 100 best-selling products in beauty on all of Amazon. So you can see we were number 65 for this product and #1 in a subcategory. Then for the second product, we were number 56 in all of beauty on Amazon, and again, #1 in a different subcategory on beauty. And then for the third product, number 75 in beauty, and a #1 in beauty for a different subcategory. Again, not a bad day at the office, would you agree? Then my product also appeared in hot new releases. This was like the screenshot. We were just dominating. Everywhere you clicked and turned to, you were slamming into our product. So we're in hot new releases and movers and shakers, resulting in even more sales, you know, momentum and velocity to help increase our visibility. That is a secret to pushing up that visibility up the search rankings. So my point here is that within a matter of days, we took 3 brand new products that weren't even like on the radar screen, not even in the first 20 pages of search on Amazon, and got them all ranking within the top 100 of beauty and making big sales for us. Now, fast forward to today, one of our best recent months, we hit $642,000 per month. That was for, a month. And in that month, we sold about 28,000 units of our private label product from 2 Seller Central accounts. You can see the screenshot below. I did this because my products were not one-hit wonders, but we have sustained and improved their rank. It's critical that you grasp that concept. This is where the money is, guys. And today's webinar, well, I'm calling it a webinar on the slide, but today's module is all about ranking, okay? It's all about ranking. My rankings and my results never would have happened if I had just done Amazon the, quote, regular way, close quote, that everyone else out there is doing it. And that's good news for you because we have a totally different approach. We have a totally different viewpoint about this business. And I've done very, very well. So have my students. So I'm just going to show you my way, to paraphrase Frank Sinatra. I'm going to show you Ben's way of doing things with regards to rank and then trying to stick that ranking. And they've worked really, really well for me. And hopefully they'll work just as well for you in the future. And, secondarily to this, I mentioned this earlier, after I show you some ranking basics in this module, I'd also like to show you how to stick those rankings, i.e. how to sustain those rankings and get cash flowing as soon as possible. Because you might remember in the first module, I taught you my simple business plan. And I said the aim of my simple business plan, at least for me, was to get to 10 products in year one as fast as possible and to average $10,000 per month per product, right? The goal being then 10 products times 10,000 a month is I wanted to hit that $100,000 a month sales figure as fast as I could. And my goal was year one. And the way I did that was I didn't want to have to drain the bank accounts. I wanted to be able to take the profits, save up the profits from that first product to allow me to release product number 2. Now I had 2 products that were cash flowing that would enable me to release and fund product number 3 that much faster. Now we had 3 products that were cash flowing, and I could invest those profits even faster now because now we had 3 money spigots that were cash gushing that I could roll out to product number 4, 5, 6, 7, and so on and so forth. And this is a process that works and that my students also use. So this is your 6th and final module with me. And after today, you get no more Ben Cummings. Boo! Insert the sound effects. Boo! Throwing rotten tomatoes, right? So the number one question that my wife has gotten over the last 6 weeks as we have been teaching you the Search, Find, Buy course was, hey, when are you guys going to reopen this Fast Track coaching program that we keep hearing about? The way Fast Track coaching works is we only reopen it on a limited basis. Like, in other words, it's not the type of program that we can just drop people in at any point in time. So I don't have a relaunch date to announce yet, but I absolutely promise that I will keep you posted when we do. And just make sure that you're always reading the emails that we send out to you. Fast Track Coaching is like the graduate program part of Search, Find, Buy. You absolutely want to be a part of it. It's a way to be plugged into my best new concepts, my best ranking advice, really my best everything. It's an updated, ongoing monthly coaching program that is best in class, in my opinion. And those aren't just my words. We have hundreds and hundreds of students that rave about Fast Track Coaching. So definitely keep an eye out for that if it's something that you're interested in. So let me just circle back to one point of motivation for you. Well, it's not to look like this guy. That's not the point of motivation. I just want to remind you, and I hope you now realize this, that Amazon is the world's most perfect business, at least in my opinion. Amazon private label. And I love this picture. The SS fat guy. He's chowing down on some hamburger or something, and it says, you too can get a yacht like this someday. I love that. But I really want to reconnect with this. And these are some pictures from my moving towards picture, a villa in St. Bart's. This is us having some cocktails at a $20 million St. Bart's. I don't own this. This is not like one of those fake pictures where I'm standing in front of a Lamborghini or anything like that. You rent these things. I mean, I can't afford a $20 million villa as a second home, trust me. But I'm doing just fine. But that is a goal of mine. That is one of the goals that we have, is to be able to buy a villa and retire and work from St. Bart's. The great thing about this business is that you can work from a laptop anywhere in the world. Like, I don't have to manage a freaking warehouse with a bunch of staff members working in there and all that kind of stuff. Why? Well, You already know this now because we get to tap into Amazon's infrastructure. This business, though, has allowed me financial freedom. This business has allowed me to have a debt-free lifestyle. This business has allowed me to travel around the world. And I say none of this to make you think, oh, gee, Ben, you're so great. I say this because I know you can do this too. And I am so, so pumped for you where you're at right now. You're just on the cusp, I think, of just making a big, big, big life change for the better, because I've seen what this business can do for people. I've seen how it can change lives, and I'm living proof of that. I just want to circle back. I want to remind you why I think this is the world's most perfect business, because I can't think of any other business where I have a mitigated downside. Like, in other words, I know what my fixed worst case scenario is. Hey, it took me $2,000 to private label 800 units or whatever. That's my worst case scenario. I mean, if the thing craps out, if it was a bad product idea, if whatever, I mean, who knows, stuff happens. That's my worst case. But, the upside, though, is huge. And these are the type of bets you want to make in business where it's like, heads, I win a lot. Tails, I lose a little. I will place as many of that lopsided bet in my favor as humanly possible. There's very, very few businesses that are like that. If you try to invest in an apartment building, 12 unit, you're talking 6-figure minimum cash investment, and you could lose big time, but not in this business, right? You get for $2,000-$3,000. That is your worst case scenario, and then the upside is, again, if you're following picks and hops. Again, there's no guarantees in life, obviously, but my target is $10,000 a month minimum. That's not my target. That's my minimum target. Okay? So, when the downside is taken care of, the upside takes care of itself. All the great billionaire investors, they live by that mantra. So this is one facet of immense leverage we have in this business. Second, all the hard work is front-loaded. You just experienced that over the last 5 modules, right? Because you've realized that, hey, once I do the research, once I write the listing, once I, figure out the angles that will be appealing, once I take the images and etc. I mean, there's not that much you have to do. And, frankly, all the hard work is at the beginning. You have to find the supplier, you have to negotiate, then you have to write the listing. But once that's done, all you have to do is just reorder product. I mean, it's pretty much hands off. And if you have any prior experience running a complex business like a restaurant or a grocery store where you're managing hundreds of different items and they're perishable and people are stealing from you when you're not looking and blah, 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 this is going to be a dream business for you. Like, I love how I do get some people that think this business is hard, and I'm like, you must not have ever run any other business. This is the freaking easiest business I've ever run in my life, and you can get cash flow positive faster in this business than almost any other business that I'm aware of, and your downside is very much mitigated with huge upside. Name me a better business. They go, good point. So, the other great thing about this business is that 99% of the day-to-day Amazon operations, at least for my business, are now run by other people. I can't say 100% because I still check the numbers, but I literally don't do any of the day-to-day Amazon management, Amazon operational stuff. I have trained a team, and they do an excellent job of executing, and I, as CEO of my e-commerce company, obviously I have my hand on the pulse. I don't just ignore what's going on. I mean, I know exactly what's going on. However, I now have been elevated to kind of like, quote, executive, where I'm managing by the numbers. I'm not on the factory floor, putting together the iPhone, right? I'm the Steve Jobs now. Not really Steve Jobs money, but, I mean, like, metaphorically, when you first start a business, you are the factory, you're working on the factory floor, you're the management, you're the marketing team, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And now, and you too, as soon as possible, you want to train a team. I would say, learn this business for at least a year. I mean, I was running things very, very actively, me and my wife, for over a year before we started adding people to help us, okay? Because you got to learn this business. You can't just hire people out of like laziness. I'm a big believer, you have to learn this business. You want to learn this business. Otherwise, you won't be able to manage the people that you hire. But once you get to that point, again, since there's not that many moving parts in this business, because we don't have to have and own and build the infrastructure, you can have VAs in the Philippines. You can have local people part-time. You can have them run everything for you. Okay. Amazon is the ultimate lifestyle business, in my opinion. So you learned the deep strategy behind why this business works, why it's so awesome, in my opinion, how private label works. Then you learned how to pick a product, right? Remember that way back when in Module 2? And you learned my legendary pigs and hops method and the whole workflow of it. And hopefully at this point you're very comfortable with that workflow. Then after that, I took you on a journey to discover how to cast a wide net, to uncover excellent suppliers and a plethora of suppliers who could make your private label product for you. Then you learn my specific process for how to negotiate low prices and for low MOQ, minimum order quantity, right? I taught you how to keep yourself safe by insisting on an AQL standard in the purchase invoice, how to do the China inspection, all that kind of stuff, right? Then you learn how to package and ship and create a brand and do package inserts. And then after that, you learn how to build out an amazing and high converting cash gushing Amazon listing, right? You put a lot of work into that. Then I taught you my proven strategy for launching this new private label product. And folks, now we're going to discuss ranking in this module.